I'm John.
And I'm Mike.
And we're opening up LaRosa & Sons Distributing. Locally grown produce and
vegetables right here in Houston, California. 6418 East Whitmore, in front of our grandma's old house. And come on down and support local produce grown, and we'll see you there. In my mind, the biggest motivation would be that someone small in farming can still survive, still flourish, still make it happen. Because back in the day, you know, when our grandfather was farming, that's all there was small farms, and they made it just fine.
We've never had a lot of acreage, but you just try to make do with what you have. Like I said earlier, the corporate farming is getting to where, you know, the big are gobbling up the small. I remember, you know, in my teens, probably in high school, you know, after doing it for 10 years or more, telling myself I will never be a farmer. You know, you couldn't pay me enough to be a farmer. And going out in the world and working for 5-10 years for different companies and businesses and whatever else, you know, coming back to the farm, and you know, now you couldn't pay me enough to do something else.
Yeah, my dad, it was almost probably the opposite. Seeing what my dad, when he went to work, I really didn't want to do what he did, but because the whole family's always been hard workers, and farming never really, to tell you the truth, it was never something I wanted to go into. And then the family farm is going through different ups and downs, and then John coming in and making it something to be proud of, and being able to work alongside of him and seeing all the hard work he puts in, and it's kind of drawn me back into wanting to be a part of the family farm, and you know, one day if things keep going well, you know, be more of a part of it, and with the fruit stand and whatnot.
Yeah, I think the saying, the demo farmer, I mean, that's long time ago, because now anymore farmers have to be scientists and environmentalists, and you know,
some of the smartest people we know are farmers.
Yeah.
I mean, no joke.
Yeah, you know, this isn't just dirt. I mean, there's the whole organism working underneath our feet, and that tree needs things just like we need things. This is the first peach we have, and it comes off at the end of May, which it's always hard on peach and nectarines to get the size and the sweetness, because it's such a short growing season. It's kind of like cherries. From the time they have a white tip, you know, in the flower stage, it's a 90-day crop. From the time they put the flower on to the time you pick, it's 90 days. The main thing, that having fruit year-round is great, but you know, buying from different countries, it's a different ball game. You know, they're not restricted on the things that they can do like we're restricted. You know, you buy this fruit from different countries, yeah, it's December and you're buying peaches or whatever you're buying. You know, you don't know what's been going on with that fruit. You know, having fresh produce.
You identify with it.
These are Coral Champagne. They're a newer variety. 10 years old, give or take a few years. There's so many new cherry varieties coming out that you don't know what you're going to get until you get some history behind them. Market.
And you can almost apply it to, you know, everybody loves steaks. That way you can go pick out your cow, have it shot, butchered right in front of you, and take that steak home that night and barbecue it. People would love that. It's the same principle. They can come here, see where their fruit's picked, It's right in front of them. They can take it home and eat it.
Trying to figure out how we're going to get this fruit from the tree to the stand. We've had discussions about, well, I don't want to touch it. The least amount of times I can touch it, the better off it is. If we can pick it, put it in the cooler, put it on the stand. So we're trying to get it to where that fruit is the best it can be for the consumer.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes back to, I guess, an amazing thing about the farming industry is so much of it is in the Lord's hands. I mean, it's Mother Nature. You could work 24 hours a day, but the good Lord's plan, takes total control over what ultimately happens.
So a lot of hard work and a little bit of luck, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, that plays a very important role. Absolutely. I think that's one of the greatest rewards too, and at the same time. See you at the fruit stand.
Dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.